So basically what I have done so far is I have created this new class that has three simple properties: a name, a model, a color. Two of them are required. One of them has a default value of gray. It is of type color. If we don't set this property, it will be of type color gray. I use this car provider and I assign to it a state provider. Here I basically return a car with the two required parameters, a name and a model. Here I call my provider with ref.watch. I basically get the state of my value. Then I use the property color and I assign it to this container. So it will get colored in this way, as you can see. And it happens a lot that you may want to use only some property of your class and not all of them. And in this case, I'm using only the color and I'm not using the name and the model. So if you have that case, you should use another way that is given to us by the Riverpod package, and it is called select. You basically, instead of calling your provider directly, you call your provider and then you call a method that is called select. And from here we have our car and we can select one of our properties, and in our case we want the color. And for example, here we can change the type to color, and here we can say car color, and we can copy this one and paste it right here, and everything is fine and everything should be working well. So in this way I'm selecting directly the color and I'm not getting all the other stuff. We can also use the select with the listen method, so we can do ref.listen and the same thing, car provider that select, and here for example we can watch for, I don't know, car and car dot model, for example, and we can pass to it our callback function, and here we have our previous model and our new model. So here we can type something, print our previous model was model and new one is new model. Okay, we are right. So now we can use the button to update our car state, and here I basically use ref.read to read the controller of our provider. For this reason I have called the provider. I have accessed the notifier, because or you should access notifier or state, and it will give you the controller of your provider, and then from the controller you are able to access the state. I get the controller. I have done this only because I want to get the previous value, so instead of accessing it every time, I have done in this way. Here I use the controller. To the state I assigned a new car with the previous name and with the previous model. Here for example, in this case I changed the color in blue, for example, just to try it out. We can save, I think, I don't know if I have saved. We can press the button. You see that the color changes, but here does not print anything. This is how it's supposed to work, because in our case we are selecting and we are looking only for the model if changes. So let's try to change the model and see if anything change, because if anything changes we are in trouble. Whatever, any name, I don't care. Now if I press the plus button, okay, I should save. Now if I press the plus button, as you can see that we have our previous model is this one, and this is the new one. As I explained in the previous video, With prev model you have the previous state, and with the new model you have the new one. You may need it in some occasions, for example, to print this message that would be a valid message. You want to inform your user that your previous model or previous anything was different from the new one.